Assalamu alaikum everyone and greetings. I'm going to open the SPSS software for the purpose of loading my Excel data. That is actually a survey data. So loading the SPSS, loading the Excel survey data into SPSS. So when the software opens for the first time, you may get this welcome screen, and usually I will suggest you to close it and to open the Excel, to load the data from the Excel file where you have your data. You have to, of course, you can click this button and try, but my suggestion is you go to the file menu, and then go to import data, and from there you can go to Excel. So if you click Excel, then you can select the Excel file from where you want to load the data. So I'm going to select this file because in this file I have the data. Okay, so I'm opening it, and when I open it, SPSS will try to read the data. That may take a while, and you can check, for example, SPSS has identified that probably your data is in the worksheet named form response 1, okay, and the data range is probably from A1 to AX23. So to check that, I can go to the Excel file and see if it has correctly identified. You can see our data is really in the form responses worksheet, and it is ranging from A1 to AX number AX23. So the range has been correctly identified by SPSS. If not, you can always click here and do some kind of adjustment. Anyway, in most of the cases it will be okay. So you can also see the check boxes. Read variable names from the first row of data. As you have seen, it is actually in the first row of data. If we go there and see the form response number 1, actually the first row contains the variable names. Okay, so it is good, it is okay. And percentage of values that determine data type. Actually, you don't have to do anything here. I'm just explaining. Ignore hidden rows and columns. We don't have any hidden rows and columns, so that is irrelevant. And we also do not have any text data because we have converted everything into coded data, coded into number. So we don't have to, string means text actually, so we don't have to remove any leading space from the string values, okay, leading or trailing spaces from, okay. So if it is applicable for you, you can do that, but for this data we don't have any text or string, so we can ignore that. So we just press OK, and the data should be loaded. This is not the SPSS file, actually it is taking a while to load. Okay, now it has load. So this is the data editor, and in this data editor window, actually we have two views. Sometimes you will get the data view, and sometimes you will get the variable view. So let us look at the data view. So these are the variable names in the data view. So if you check with the Excel file, actually SPSS has rightly identified the variables, the variable names, that is starting from AI, Frick, Jane, Ace, and all this thing. So if you go to the okay, SPSS data editor, you can see all Frick, AI Frick, Jane, Ace, and so on. So all data are, all variables are rightly identified. Not only that, we have also got 22 rows of data, and let us check with the Excel file if it is done correctly. You can see we have total 23 rows, out of which one is for the variable. Okay, so total 22 rows of data, which is rightly identified by SPSS. So the data, if we have a look, we can see that all data have been loaded. Of course, you can randomly check, one or two cells to see if the data has been correctly identified. So I'm quite confident about the import is okay. Now what we can go to the variable view and see that all the variable names, okay, all the variable names are now in each row. So this is actually the variable view of the data editor, where you can see the details about all the variables. Okay, for example, the name of the variable, what type of variable it is, what type of data in this variable, then weight of the variable, number of decimals, label, values if there is any missing, then columns, alignment, measure, role, and all these things. So not everything is important, but we will see how to update the important attributes of the variables. So that's all for now. Thank you very much.